Okay, we are going to go over page 18. We're gonna continue with exponents and multiplication. So everybody on page 18 on your packet. Make sure you copy down the examples I'm gonna go over. So I'm gonna do 1 through 7, and then you guys will do the rest for homework, 8 to 14, okay? So for homework will be numbers 8 to 14 on page 18. All right, so let's start with number 1. We have 2sw to the power of 6 times 8s to the power of 4, w to the power of 3. So as we said before, we're going to do coefficients first. We're going to do the coefficients. So we multiply 2 times 8. 2 times 8 gives you 16. Then we put the variable s together. Remember, there's an invisible one. So this is multiplication. They're all in one line. So all you have to do is keep the base and add the exponents. So 1 plus 4 is 5. And then we're going to put the w's together. We have 6 here and 3 here. So we get a total of w to the power of 9. We add 6 and 3. Okay? Make sure you copy that. Okay, so since this is a video, I'm going to continue. You just stop the video whenever you need to stop. Okay, let's go over number 2. Number 2, we have 7g times 6g to the power of negative 6. Before you start moving things around, like putting it down, make sure you know that the powers for the coefficients and the g is the invisible one. So that means the only one that could go down is this one. But we don't have to put it down. We can still do this like this. 7 times 6 is 42. And then you could take it off the g to the first power, times g to the negative 6. Remember, keep the base, add the exponent. So it's 1 plus negative 6 will give you negative 5. So you will get 42g to the negative 5. Now, you know that this could be written as 42 over g to the power of 5. It's the same thing. Because here is a negative, then you could put it down here as a positive. Okay, if you need to pause this, you can pause it. Let's go over number 3 now. We have 1/6 to the power of 4 times 1/6 to the power of 6. Same thing. These are the bases. Keep the base and add the exponents. So we're going to add the 2 exponents. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Make sure you keep it in parentheses, because if you don't keep it in parentheses and you do that, that 10 is only for the 1. But as you can see, the exponent here affects everything inside the parentheses. All right, if you need to pause it, go ahead, pause. And now let's go over number 4. We have 4g times 8g to the negative 5. One more time, we are going to multiply coefficients. So we multiply 4 times 8. 4 times 8 is 32. And now we take care of g. G has an invisible one. So it's g 1 plus negative 5. 1 plus negative 5 is negative 4. So we get g to the negative 4. You could write it like this, or you could put the g on the bottom with a positive 4. One more time. If you need to pause the video, pause the video. Make sure you play it as many times as you need. All right, let me go over number 5. Number 5, we have h to the second, y to the negative 3 times 7 h to the negative 5, y to the power of 5, times 3hy to the power of 3. Looks pretty long and complicated, but actually is not. We're going to start with coefficients. So coefficient 7 and 3, those are the first ones you're going to multiply. 7 times 3 is 21. Then you're going to do the h to the second power, h to the negative 5, and h to the first power. So we have 2 plus negative 5 plus 1. I am adding my powers for my h's. So 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 minus 5 is negative 2. So h to the power of negative 2. Now we're going to do the y's. Y. So we have y negative 3 plus 5 plus 3. Negative 3 plus 3 is gone. We're left with a 5. There. Here's your answer. And if you want to write it without the negative power, then 21 stays, y to the power of 5 stays, and h to the power of 2 will go on the bottom as positive. Okay, the other two examples, the 6 and 7, are pretty simple. So I need you now to go ahead and do numbers 8 through 14.